Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Fairy Tail episode 315. Oh man, so I just got done watching 314, doing this double drop for you guys this week, and that was such a good episode. I'm very glad I'm doing another one this week and all that. But uh, there was something I was about to say. Shoot! Damn it! What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna be doing a reaction of the opening and the ending this episode. So you're gonna see a bunch of time where there's no video on there because I'll have to cut the opening part out, but I'll keep my reaction to it in, if that makes sense. So you'll basically see me sitting there watching it, and I'll try to, talk through it. I'll try to, when I say like, oh, that's cool, I'll try to mention what I'm seeing and stuff like that for you guys, but yeah, so look forward to that. I've been skipping the opening up until now because I've been told there were spoilers. So now I'll be able to officially watch it and give you guys a reaction to it for the first time at least. So yeah, guys, the fight between Irene and Urza in the last episode is ramping up. Urza is very much hurt, going after a meteor with the one arm that's remained working, so I have no idea who's gonna beat Irene, who is now in her dragon form. Wendy's down. The only thing I can think of right now is either someone else comes in to help, but I feel like that'd be anticlimactic, or Wendy manages to put out a little bit more effort and magic and stuff and cast some like heals on Urza, and Urza is able to fight Irene again. But without Wendy's help, I don't know how Urza is gonna fight with only one arm, other than, I'm sure she'll take out this meteor, but then what? But I am very much looking forward to this, so I say we jump into it, shall we? Alrighty, so for you full-lengthers, we are gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. A meteor! Yes. A little bit of recap of this stuff, okay? She's so crazy. I still don't know what gloves she put on to be able to, like, launch herself like that, but... Queen of the Fairies. Yeah. Oh, I get to watch this intro now. Our three peoples. Urza, Natsu, and Gray. I love walking in anime. That was cool. Natsu and Lucy walking, and then Gray and Juvia walking. All our little Exceeds. Acnologia. Igneel! Oh! All the, Zeris, Spriggan 12. Aw, Juvia. Aw, Master. Arashio, say, or Crime Sorcier, basically. Mavis and, her friend, Zara? I almost forgot. Oh, Natsu in his crazy state. Gray walking. Oh, and little baby Natsu and Zareth. That's pretty good. Alright. Urza, you got this! Wendy's moving a little bit. Emergency heals, Wendy! We need it! Oh, what's this episode gonna be titled? Dragon or Demon? Oh, shit. There's gonna be more Natsu in this episode? Holy crap. Urza, you badass. Jeez, those chunks are still gonna do some damage. People are gonna be careful. I think anyway, unless they burn away before they hit the ground. Yeah. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh, she's coming for you, Irene! Oh, no way. Oh, her arm was like flapping, it's so broken. Oh, Wendy, do an enchant, something? Oh, Dragon Slayer! Oh, Wendy, clutch! Oh, shit. Wow, really? Damn. Is she done? Glad her clothes came back on, that would have been very awkward. So, she's still standing. Nah, shit. Hmm. Who's gonna save her? She gonna save herself? She's smiling. What? 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 Flashback. When Urza was a baby? Oh, so she's still trying, even now? Because wasn't she pregnant before? When she found out that it wasn't gonna work? Jeez. Oh, baby Urza. Hmm. Does Urza's adorableness make her, like, stop trying? Damn. Oof. Oh. That's all the way through her side. Oh, Urza, you friggin' crazy person. Oh. So many lingering scenes. Oh, did she just kill herself? What? Why? I mean, I understand why, I think, but yeah. Damn. Hmm. Okay, so it would have worked, possibly, but she just couldn't do it. Aww. Damn. One hell of a way for Irene to go out of. I wonder if she's dead. Damn. Irene redeemed. Yeah. Hmm. Both of them have been through some shit. Yeah. She doesn't know. Fuck. That's right. Yeah, she realized what that meant. Aw. Back to Natsu's headcanon? Yep. Your life as a person will be over. Yeah, but he said as a person. Ooh. Hmm. Alright, so seems like my theory's debunked unless something else changes. He's got a big dragon, right? But maybe the power of the demon will be tempting for him, maybe? God. Bunch of flashback stuff. I feel like usually there's a purpose, but some of these seem kind of pointless. Hmm. Hmm. What does that mean? Oh. Oh, this music is always so powerful. Hmm. So what does that mean? Does he have access to the power of both? Does he access the power of neither? Just Dragon Slayer magic again? I don't know. He's waking up. I didn't notice a scar on his neck. Where did that come from? I don't remember. I figured something like that was gonna happen. Oh. I was wondering who was walking down ominously. Yeah. Aye, sir. Oh, Nazi's back, baby. Yes. Yeah, now that both the seeds have faded, or at least that's what we saw, does that mean he won't die? Okay. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Is her last gold, or is her death reverting the land back? Or what is what? What's going on? Or did she get one final spell off, maybe? Is this universe 1 again? Everything going red. More red. More red. Oh, the queen's gonna turn, or not the queen, the princess gonna turn back. That's good. I completely forgot she was turned into like a mouse. Oh, August gonna say something. Oh, okay. Okay. I had no idea that it would dissipate upon her death. Interesting. I still have no idea. You can hear the people in the background. I have no idea where all the people went. If the land mass was made, like, super small. But, okay. Oh god, that blurriness is bugging the crap out of me. Please stop. Nice. Cool. And now I get to watch this ending. The dragon and demon seed. Okay. Cool. I mean, I saw this before. When I saw the dragon seed the other episode, I figured out what that was, but I didn't know what the purple one was. Just because I briefly see the scene whenever the episode ends. Oh, I think that was both them fading in the background. That's pretty cool. Little chibi Natsu. Oh, Gray in the snow, of course. Is that his destroyed town in the background there, though, too? Back where, like, he was at his mother's and father's grave and stuff like that. Possibly that area, maybe? Ah, Chibi Juvia and Lucy. Gray and Natsu staring each other down. Aww, Gramps and Urza, Natsu, and Gray as kids. Aww. Alrighty, guys. So, that finishes up episode 315. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the double drop this week. That was a very slower episode. The last one was definitely way more hype and crazy. Urza taking down the meteor was crazy. I had no doubts that she would be able to do it. She's Urza, you know. But I wasn't sure how Irene was gonna get taken down. And I'm not gonna lie, at first when she was just falling back down, granted it was badass, and Wendy imbued the sword with Dragon Slayer magic, I was like, okay, that's a way to make Urza do some damage with her sword. Smart, smart. But it was like one slice and she was done. I thought that was a bit ridiculous, you know? And then she changed back to her human form, which I don't know why she changed back to her human form, but didn't, like, seem like she had much damage taken, you know? But regardless, she was still okay enough to, you know, walk up to Urza, stab her with the sword and such, but if she was defeated off that one slice, I would have been a little disappointed, right? Like, granted, we had an epic fight last episode. The only damage Irene really took was the cut to the head. So, I don't know, I thought it would have been a little anticlimactic just to have, like that swipe like that killer, but instead, they did something awesome, which I'm a big fan of. They kind of redeemed Irene a bit. Obviously, you know, she could probably never be completely redeemed for the things she's done. Like, I'm assuming, like, she hasn't killed anybody that well, no, I guess technically she killed Gramps, right? Like, if she never or enchanted the troops to be, like, the crazy demon things or whatever they were, then Gramps might not have had to do Fairy Law, which killed him. So technically, like, Irene could be blamed for his death. So, yeah, I guess, you know, I was just trying to think of, like, if she's done anything bad on the show. Like, obviously we can assume that in the 400 years she's lived, you know, she's done some bad stuff since becoming a dragon. Before that, she was a good guy, you know, I felt bad for her past and everything, but I do think she did redeem herself a bit with this episode, with finding out that she was, you know, going insane, tempted to enchant herself onto her daughter, which I thought she tried. I thought she was in the cell or whatever, or, like, maybe not in the cell. She might have been in, like, some rundown building, and she was, like, holding her stomach, and she was, like, talking about how it wouldn't work. I thought, anyway, but maybe I missed out on something. But then she gave birth, and she realized how, you know, adorable and innocent her daughter was, and decided that she wouldn't do it. She'd give her up before she was tempted to give in, which is, you know, respectable, you know? So, that was really cool. And then, you know, she couldn't live with herself to kill her daughter, but she also couldn't live with herself to just live, I guess, you know? If that makes any sense. So she ended up just taking her own life, which is crazy. At least I assume she's dead, you know? Sometimes death can be a bit wonky in this show, but I'm assuming since she stabbed herself, fell over, Urza said goodbye, and we had Universe 1 revert, or dissipate in the words of Zareth, then, we can assume that she's dead, so... At least she did redeem herself a bit on her way out, but... And, Urza might have some lingering emotions with this, but she also said that her real father is Master, or her real parent, I should say, is Master, so... Obviously, this one good deed isn't gonna make Urza, you know, be like, oh no, Mom! I'll miss you forever, you know? Which makes sense, but there might just be some future emotions that are that are shown, possibly, depending on how much time after this whole war we get to really, like, mull things over. Wendy found out about Master's death. Uh, I always, like, it's so emotional, and I feel like it makes it even more emotional when they do that little writer's trick where they, the body language tells the person when they ask a question, they're like, I don't smell Master, where is he? Or whatever, and it's just the body language that gives her the answer. That's always such an emotional way to go about it. It's a very much a TV cliche in, live action shows and anime where they just, can't say it out loud. They can't just be like Master's dead. Some shows do that kind of stuff and stuff like that, but instead she just hugged her and was shaking and stuff, and Wendy noticed, so feels bad, man. It was a touching scene. But then we moved on to Natsu, talking to Igneel, which I will say this. They kept talking about, like, this. I guess maybe they never really said the secret at the end of his little vision stuff, but whatever he was heading towards in the vision, I thought it was going to be something more grand than it was. It was really just Natsu figuring out, like, what he thinks of himself, And I guess I maybe I hyped it up in my own head over these episodes that I thought it was going to be some other big reveal that we haven't seen yet, but it ended up just being that, he has this demon seed and this dragon seed in him, and he was given the options, are you a dragon or a demon? And his answer was, I'm human, so, he picked neither, which, pretty clever for Natsu. But definitely makes sense, and apparently the growth of the seeds was due to Natsu's own indecisiveness, him being unsure about everything, and now that he's just resolved himself that he is human, it was enough to dissipate both the seeds. And I talked about during the episode, it looks like he still has his fire, but I don't know what that means for his power, Like with the dragon seed and the demon seed, they dissolved. Does that all dissolve into just magic power for Natsu? Or are they just gone? Obviously, he still has fire magic. Is it still Dragon Slayer magic? Is it, demon magic? Is it a hybrid of both? Is it neither? Like, that's what I'm unsure of. But, I mean, Natsu's power level has always been, like, thinking of it from a meta perspective, it's always been just strong enough for what he needs to do. So, it's probably doesn't really matter how much we talk about, his current strength and stuff like that, because he's gonna have whatever power is needed to finish the season and, defeat Zeref and Acnology and stuff like that. So, but I'm very much looking forward to that, because I feel like we're gonna get some crazy stuff, possibly some, more, like, states that he goes into. How, like, whenever he goes, like, really insane, he gets, like, scales, and it's progressed more and more as the seasons go. So I'd love to see some, like, badass stuff with his final fights, but I'm sure they will be crazy, given how good Fairy Tail is with all that stuff. But yeah, other than that, I will admit there was a lot of flashbacks. Some of them, I will say, this episode weren't exactly needed. There was some, like, while Natsu was trying to decide what he was gonna consider himself, he had some flashbacks to, like, the guild and stuff like that, with some, like, silly faces Urza's made. It was just like, it felt like it was just filling time rather than had a purpose, where a lot of the flashbacks have purposes, like where the last episode we had Wendy and Urza in some flashbacks because of what was happening between them. It showed them flashbacks of what happened between them, But Natsu's decision was just like, it showed them like fighting in the guild hall and stuff, and some of the fights weren't even like, Natsu wasn't even in like the little scenes that it showed, but it's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that kind of stuff. It took away, there's a lot of lingering scenes in the beginning too, where it was just like panning on their faces, and then Urza would do like something, and then it'd pan on their faces, and then Urza would do something, and then it'd pan on their faces, and it happened like 4 or 5 times. Doesn't take away from the episode. I still loved it, but it was just like, so much of that stuff was happening this episode that it really slowed down like the content in it, and I actually don't have much more to talk about for this episode, but I really like the way Irene went out. The resolution to the Natsu bit of like everything inside his head wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be, but I like the way it was resolved, if that makes sense, you know? So he's awake now. He's got his power, which we demonstrated a bit. He said he feels refreshed and ready to go, so we get to see some awesome Natsu stuff again. And then we also have the Universe 1, which expired after Irene's death. And now, you know, shoot, what's the place called? Oh, what's their continent called? Shoot. Is that like the tip of my tongue? I can't remember. Man. Okay, well, the continent that they're on is back to the way it was. So that's cool. I thought that was going to be permanent, honestly. I did not think that it was just going to be like a, you know, it's kind of like a, I don't play a lot of D&D, but I've watched a bit of it. It's kind of like concentration kind of check sort of thing, where, you know, you have to keep it going with concentration, or else the spell will expire. And I thought it was just like a permanent, you know, change, whereas not upon her death or, you know, concentration break, it would fade, you know. But interesting. I guess it makes sense, you know, that they want to go back to, you know, the status quo. They're kind of setting up towards the end, you know, where hopefully Zareth will get taken down, have whatever Mavis's plan is there will be executed, Acnologia will be taken down, August, you know, however that ends up, and all that, and maybe we'll get, I hope we get like a whole finale episode after the fighting, where it's just like them being together in the guild again. I even wouldn't mind a couple episodes like that, but that'd be really cool, having like the status quo back, them back, you know, possibly in the guild hall, and just like having fun, drinking, fighting, stuff like that. I'd love to see it again, like once more before the show ends. So, yeah, really looking forward to all that stuff. But I think that pretty much sums up most of what I have to say about this episode. You know, very, very good stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoy the double drop. If you guys want to support the channel, you can hit that subscribe button. You can also go into the description where there's a Patreon link where you guys can, you know, support the channel with money as well if you wish to, and you get some benefits in return, like early access, so you get to see some episodes ahead of time, as well as full length, so you get to see the whole episode with me without any of the cuts and all that stuff. So it's timer based, so you guys need your own footage to sync with my timer. I just do like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go kind of thing, and you guys start at the same time as me. But it, you know, bypasses the fact that I gotta cut it down to like half the episode length and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week to continue on the rest of this final season. Bye, guys. Have a good one.